Hi guys, Until the NBB here. Gonna be doing some Need for Speed Heat gameplay. Hooray! And with live commentary. Right now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm pretty much grinding up to reach max rank so I can start grinding for the end game parts. But I'm doing this in the oh so classic, beautiful M3 GTR. I've got this thing maxed out, preferably towards grip. So should feel good, should feel the classic. And at the same time, while trying to hit to heat level 5 and get to level 50, I'm going to be talking about the police in this game because I'm trying to make myself a little bit of aficionado of the police in different Need for Speed games, and hopefully into other games as well, because that's one of the core parts that I've loved about the gaming is the thrill of police chases. I mean, heck, I remember as a kid watching so many videos of, you know, people trying to get away from the police, and it just doesn't end well. Yeehaw. That guy just died. And, well, nice. So, tonight we're going to be going over some, whoop, I'm going to miss that checkpoint. Yep, it's going to slow me down. Let's not take that jump now. We went too slow. We're going to kind of get in trouble with the police, kind of get a good vibe, and go from there. But if someone were to come over to me and be like, hey, what is your current feeling about the police in Need for Speed Heat? I'd be like, they're really fun. They are now in the open world. They are now involved with the racers at night, and it makes the experience of racing against police way more entertaining. The fact that they're in the open world, they can come in the middle of a street race, it's a great feeling. The fact that we can have them in all drive, which means our friends, we can race together with our friends and get chased by the police, is amazing. But it's another situation where it's clear they put a lot of effort into making the police a very predominant police force. But it's still, like, I don't want to be negative about it because it's a fantastic thing what Ghosts have done. But in terms of like longevity and remembering, like getting those memories, it's definitely not as memorable. And I'll go into why while, you know, doing a bunch of races. Let's do that one just because it's local. So the first thing let's just cover right now is the heat levels. I think the heat levels are a great addition, you know, showing like what tier you're at, and plus that represents your multiplier in terms of leveling up. As you can see, I'm almost I would be going to level 46 if I were to bank my money at the end of this night. But the distinction between heat levels kind of doesn't exist in comparison to older Need for Speed games. Like, you take Most Wanted 05, for example. Heat 1 is the normal Civic, Crown Vic, Mimic police cars. Tier 2 was the undercover version of those. Tier 3 was State, Undercover State, you know, so on and so forth. In this, they only have really 3 different types of police cars. The Crown Victoria, a Dodge Charger, and then the Corvette C7. Now, don't get me wrong, those pretty much, I wouldn't necessarily say that. They are, like, enough. Like, that's a good minimum in terms of, like, what kind of police cars should be in a Need for Speed game. But when you compare it to other past titles, we have so much more, hello, finally. There was a lot more diversity between units, so, like, the vibe of like feeling nervous about certain heat waves was very predominant. So I don't want to go into full detail about them because once I actually make my video about the police in this game, I'll go into nitty-gritty about everything in this. But for now, like, overall, the heat level is a great starter, but there's a lot of room for improvement. Second thing that kind of goes along with that is how the police are actually involved when the actual chase happens, and this could totally be due to technical limitations, just because of the all-drive feature and stuff like that. But there's a lot of aspects of the police that should be there that are not, and I was a pretty worried about it when the game launched and my fears came to be. So first example I'd say is the roadblocks. I've played this game for probably about 10, 15 hours now. I've only met roadblocks in the actual missions. So I'm gonna guess to assume that roadblocks don't exist in free roam, which sucks because it really doesn't help them at all trying to bust you. And it doesn't have that, you know, those fun moments of running into a police roadblock or anything like that. There's no dynamic where the AI know where the race is going, so they can start shutting down streets so that the racers have to get more creative with their positions. There's not, the dynamic there is gone, and so is for spike strips too. Spike strips are very, very basic. They're pretty much like 2015. Like if you see a roadblock, it's just a couple barriers and a spike strip that has giant flashing warning signs that says, hey, don't hit me. And I get that's for gameplay purposes. People don't want to randomly go over a spike strip. But even in the older games, like it was clear, but not 100% obvious. It's clear that a roadblock was coming. You heard it on the chatter. But then actually when you came across it, you know, you can't see what direction it was unless if you were paying attention to the radio. Same thing goes for Rhino units. The Rhino units in this game are scary. They are intimidating. I did not mean to get a repair, but whatever. We're gonna go along with that. I also haven't used any nitrous yet. Nitrous is scary though, as you can go from 0 to 300 miles an hour. But the Rhino units, you know, in other games, you only heard them over the radio when they were coming in. But in this, a giant pop-up comes up saying, Rhino incoming, and then you hear them over the radio. It just makes the police really, really easy once you're at higher tier vehicles. If you're at a lower tier vehicle, like if you were, say, below 200, 250, the police are a real thing to deal with. But now at these higher levels, even at heat level 5, which is supposed to be the police that challenges you, it really doesn't happen. Now, the argument could be said, and especially once I actually review the older games, that now being, you know, I have that nostalgia from the older games, but now that I'm older, it's easier for me to overthink them and outsmart the police. But I also would say there's an argument to be made that if you just want to have flat out fun and be stupid with about it, you should be able to. And in this game, it's not nearly as fun. Like there's no, like, you know, the cross element, that doesn't exist. There's no, because they made in the very beginning of the game, they made it look like, oh, there's going to be like this sergeant that you're supposed to be worried about, and then you're supposed to be like scared about Shaw, that Camaro, undercover Camaro. That was just wasted potential. I thought he was going to be like the heat level 5, he comes in after you to come chase you down while in the chase. And that doesn't happen. It's just all the same units, which, don't get me wrong, that's perfectly fine. But also, it's just not enough. Like, you're left wanting with so much more after doing this because the foundation is so good. Nice. So, whoa, got a little bit of a drift out of that, even though I have this set too. Another thing I want to make a note of is, yes, the AI of the police, they do like patrol the city, but you don't really hear any police scanner of like civilians calling 911 saying something's going on, you should report to this area. All the other Need for Speed games did a great job being like, oh, we should probably check out this area for one reason or another. It gave a reason for when the police just start spawning in the area. In this, you know, obviously they're doing exactly what I'm saying. They're just like, they pop up and they come into your view, which is fine too. But at least you felt more involved with the police scanner. And another thing that, well, that kind of segments into that, nice. Just ran into another Beamer. The, honest to God, the police at nighttime, their chatter is beyond a joke. I get that they were trying to go for a different attitude. They weren't trying to make it, I guess, not super serious, but they tried to make them sound darker. Like when you hear them like call me out, they're like, oh, looks like this you know, racers come back to take us down again. And then the dispatch just is like, they just say a lot of dumb stuff. You could probably look it up online, or just listen during police chases without commentary. They say a lot of dumb stuff. And it kind of breaks my immersion just because police just don't talk like that. Well, actually, we might hear some dialogue if he actually sees me. Well, we couldn't hear him because we went by
Control, I'm a code 3.
Snap back to reality. We got the hunt back up and running. Flip on the sirens to get after them.
That's stupid. That dispatch, that's terrible. And the weird part is they actually have normal police chatter in the daytime. So like they're trying to make it be like that the cops at night are super edgy and super annoyed and just want to like just be super aggressive. But in the daytime they're kind of normal. Like they'll actually like do normal call outs. The dispatch actually sounds like a normal police dispatch. So it's just really weird. Like what a weird design choice. But I mean, I guess I could give them props for at least making it sound like they're different. Alright, cool. We're gonna get a little bit of a chase going. And there's so many other things I can mention. Like I can mention that the AI are really easy to lose in the city because you can just take 5 to 6 different turns and they'll lose you. But when you go on back roads, they can stay on your ass just because they know the direction of where those roads are.
You all are now acting as backup for a next level pursuit vehicle.
What?
Subject in sight. Not my fault I can't catch him. I was going as fast as I could.
Crew's putting the final touches on the tire bumpers for you.
The dialogue in this game is very weird for the police. Here we go. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is once I lose the here, I am going to
Let's kick this chase into high gear with some upgraded patrol units.
Because I don't want this to be too terribly long. But first I'll lose these guys first. So. As you can see, once you're in back roads, the AI is on you pretty well. How do they handle train tracks? I'm curious. I am actually reasonably surprised about that.
Gonna bring check 'em. Leave it to me to clean up the mess.
I am actually really surprised. Oh. This is some sketch. Holy cow, dude! What is going on? This is interesting. I'm liking this. Whoa!
Set 10, ready for action. Control.
Gotta be careful
Tire
now.
shredder's ahead of your position.
Hey, dude. What's up?
Okay.
This is a really, really long tunnel. That was a really long tunnel. I got some Fast and Furious vibes out of that. That was fun. That was fun. And I will, like I said before, I will go into a lot more detail about like a lot of stuff that they should have improved on or what stuff they got right. But this is supposed to be just kind of like initial impressions, really analyzing them while during a chase. Well, I've almost lost him, but that one guy. If I stay straight. Oh, hello, Rhino. Will Rhino unit reinitiate the chase? Woo!
I've got eyes on those wheels again.
Well, congratulations to me. I got to beat level 5 with a critical vehicle.
Numbskull just broke the line of sight.
The driver's got to be nearby. Get looking.
I've now broke line of sight. So we are going to real quick find a gas station. I don't know why there's a sign there with an X on it. What a sexy car. Well, I guess the night isn't over yet. They haven't busted me. repaired. Alright, this is gonna cut it for the first part. See you later.